know what just happened, guys. Hopefully, you see me. Everybody put a one that's here to let me know if you can see and hear me. Because the countdown on my end froze at like 26 or 27. And then I'm looking like, what is happening? Let me know if y'all can see and hear me. Thank you. Awesome. Hey guys, happy Friday. Y'all. So I just got a package in the mail right before this started. I'm excited. Hey Dan H. Hey Sam. Hey Willie. Surge Just Jam. Hey Miss Felicia. Hey Nikki. Hey Erica. Who else is in here? Hey Jay. Hey Miss Cheryl. Happy Friday, everybody. This is amazing Friday for me. Because guess what? No more homework. What is it? No more teachers, no more books, no more homework, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. No, I'm not in school. But no more work for a few days. Hey, ITT, how you doing? I ain't see you in a minute. Um, yes. How's everybody doing? Hey, TT. So, y'all, I got a package. I just got a letter. I just got a letter. I just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. This is my favorite kind of package. I got seeds. This is empty because the seeds ain't in here. But I got some new seeds. So I'm going to share that today as well. Hey, Vision, because I wasn't expecting to get them. I knew they should have came by now, but because I hadn't gotten them, I was like, well, I guess it's not going to get here before I leave. And I couldn't remember where I had them delivered because I have mail delivered to 2 different places. So, yeah. Awesome. I'm glad it's coming through because I don't know what that little freeze situation was that happened. It threw me off. I was like, okay. I couldn't sneak and like do nothing. Like do some checks before it started. Nothing. It is, isn't it? This is Botanical Interest, which is one of the seed places I order from time to time. So let me show y'all what I got. I'll start with the freebie. Them and M.I. Gardner, anytime I order from them, I always get something extra. And typically it's lettuce, but it's lettuce. And this is the lettuce. Why are you focusing? Focus. What the? Why is it giving me some trouble focusing? I think it's my ring light messing with it. Anyway, it's mesclun lettuce. Yeah. So that was a freebie. So let me show y'all what I got. Who else came in here? Did I miss anybody? No. Okay. Hey, Cece. I got some, and I'm growing these this year. Chocolate cherry tomatoes. I'm actually growing these already, but I wanted some more seeds for it. I like when seeds come like this. They must be smaller seeds, but it's a pack inside of a pack. There's only 20 seeds too for $2. Actually, they weren't $2.29. I got them during the Memorial Day sale. So I want to say they were 40% off all seeds. Something like that. I got some purple tomatillos. Sam sent me some purple and green ones, and I couldn't get the purple. No. I don't remember which one germinated. One of them did and one of them didn't. Hey, Mike. I also got, I've never had this before, some French filet. I'm assuming this is just like a French green bean, which I have had, but it's called French filet beans. It's a bush filet, it says. So I'm thinking it's a bush variety instead of like a pole bean. I don't know why I ordered this. I feel like I thought it was something else, but it's daikon radish, the white daikon radish. I don't remember ordering this. I think it was an accident. Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. I grow this already. I'm growing some now. I did this these patty pan, and it's all the colors are in there, the green one, the yellow, and the white. I'm growing the yellow ones and the white ones right now, that I have in individual packs that I grow, and I do keep the seeds, but I wanted this one. Hey Martika. Hey Rambo. How are y'all? Happy Friday. I also got some Jimmy Nardello sweet peppers. hmm Y'all know I like to grow peppers. I have about, by the time the season ends, I probably have 30 or so pepper plants between, with combined hot and sweet. I think I have already 12, 13, maybe 14 sweet pepper plants. hmm Yeah. And then I got this chili pepper. It's called a Sentaka. I think that's what it says. There we go. There we go on the focus. I got this cayenne blend. It has yellow and red cayenne. I got, did I miss anybody? Me too, Pepperville. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I love a lot of peppers. Um, I don't know how to say that, but this chili pepper, and it looks like it's like yellow and red, maybe some orange. I don't know. I got the carnival pepper. I mean peppers, carrots. I usually only grow the I have it sitting over here because I just had the packet. Where is it? I usually only grow these, the petite carrots. I don't know. I like the short little carrots, but I saw those and I was like, I think I want to try to grow those. I know. You do, TT? Okay. And then I grow these already. I grew these last year. I'm growing them this year. And I wanted some seeds for it as well. And I do have some seeds that I saved from last year. But these are the Purple Beauty sweet peppers. I already have an unopened packet of the California Wonder green peppers. And then I have yellow peppers and red, I think, seeds. But those are the seeds that I just got. Look, they put seeds on sale. How was I supposed to say no? I feel judgment coming through. So hey Lashes, how's everybody doing? Thank you. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing this Friday? Y'all, last weekend, for those who were living up under a rock, last weekend was bug out weekend in my city. And Vision Preparedness, that's who VP is in my thumbnail, put it together. And y'all, it was beyond what I expected. It was beyond what I expected. So much so that, hey Urban, that I have been tent shopping ever since then. I think I might know the tent I'm getting, but I'm taking my time because I have time. So I don't want to rush and get something because it's not like I'm going camping outdoors like tomorrow. Um, but I have been shopping for a tent. That's where I'm starting with the tent, and then I will build on from there. But next, if there's one next fall ish, your girl may be there. I was like, it was so nice. He had a decent turnout. It wasn't like completely full, but it was a nice amount of people there. It was a good amount of people there. Like, I don't know, Vision. I don't know. Oh, and he's going up to 4 days. Cause listen, I went up there on Saturday. It started Friday. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went Saturday. I got there sometime Saturday morning. I don't remember. Was it like 10 or so vision? I think it was like 10 or so. Anyway, um, I pulled up Saturday morning and hung out for a few hours. And then I went home to cook some food for my family. And then I came back and hung out with some more. It was nice. There was lessons. Um, there was self defense. There was underwater basket weaving. There was learning how to start a fire. Uh, Firearm safety, first aid, like what you should have in your first aid kit. Um, Aside from like the band-aids and ointments that people have in their first aid kits, like stuff that you need to have for these big type emergencies. Um, what else? Did I miss something? I don't know. I was trying to think if I missed something with the teaching. But anyway, it was y'all tired of swelling smoke. Oh yes, Urban. It was so it was such a good event. Like everybody was just really nice. I walked in, I wore my I had made a t-shirt some time ago that says Gina versus Gina. And I wore that to the event. And when I walked in, I had a couple people who greeted me like and introduced themselves and said hi and told me who they were. Because some channels I heard of, like because I see them in the chat, I talk to them in different people's chat, like Visions chat or even in other places. Um, so it was good putting faces to channel names, which I'm sure they probably felt the same way, like faces to channel name. Everybody doesn't know who Gina versus Gina is. So that was awesome. Then people were there that I didn't know were going to be there. Friday night, I get a notification on YouTube of a short from my Renaissance grandma, and she's telling me to bring her ice the next day. And I was like, wait, what? My Renaissance grandma is in Dayton? Why you ain't tell me though? Why you didn't tell me though? I didn't know she was gonna be there. I didn't know Triple Threat Firearms and Defense was gonna be there. It was a good time. I didn't know Indiana Jackson and his wife were gonna be there, Mrs. Indiana Jackson. It was a good time, y'all. It was a good time. I knew I was gonna meet the Virginia Bushcrafter. I was excited about that because I follow him. I knew I was gonna meet him. Hey, not quite homesteading. I knew I was going to meet him, so I was excited about that. But it was such an event. I told Vision, I said, this thing is only going to get bigger. It's at some, he could have it here again where he had it at. But honestly, in my gut, he only got one, maybe two more times to be able to use that space and before it's too little. And it's a nice size space. It's not gonna make it that long. I'm thinking maybe one. I think after the next one, if it was there, it's gonna outgrow it. It's gonna outgrow it. It's You're gonna need twice that amount of space and then more than that. But it just everything. It just you went there, you felt safe. And I heard that consensus from all the people there, the ladies there. Um, even though we know Triple Threat, is carries and things like that, and maybe some other people, they still felt they felt comfortable and safe. Nobody made them feel any kind of way, and everybody was just helpful and not. It was just a good time. It was a good time. I got to chat with a lot of people. Yes, yep, you're right. The space accommodates 100 camping temps. That's a that that's not gonna work. Only so long. It's gonna be beyond that. And the thing is, um, the feedback from the people who were there are yes, we want more days. Yes, we want more than once a year. Like they want it more than once a year. Seeing how people set up, that was the educational part for me, is just seeing how people's space was set up, what they felt like they needed to bring to get through the weekend. As y'all know, Triple Threat is in Georgia. She came here from Georgia. My Renaissance grandma is in Missouri. She came here from Missouri. Wasn't there somebody from Maine that came down, Vision, or somewhere up that way, Vermont, Maine, something like that. Y'all, New York. It was nice. Virginia Bushcrafter coming from Virginia. It was nice. Hey, Yankee Kyle, how are you? Happy Friday. It was such an event. Like, I can't wait till he does it again. Even if he does it again before I'm ready to camp out, I will pull up. I will pull up. I absolutely will. Hey, Erica. Look, Erica, you'll be here next time. I already know. I already know. Yes, Rambo. And y'all need to come. I think I'm telling you. Erica know I've been shopping for tents because y'all know Erica be having the cheat codes for Amazon. So I'm like, she be sending me like deals and stuff of things to look at. Because y'all know I'm a little thrifty at the same time, but I want quality, but I want to save $1. I like to do both. So I've been looking, and like I said, I got some prospects. The ones that I really be falling in love with, I need to be in a different tax bracket. They be having like, it looked like a little house. And I know that's too much. It's not necessary. And seeing how, like I said, how everybody had their setup, the things that they were bringing. I was taking pictures of stuff people had, like their cooking setup situation, um, their bathroom setup situation. Like Triple Threat had a shower and toilet setup situation. Y'all, I'm excited, and I don't like bugs. That's one thing. If y'all don't know that, even though I garden, yeah, I garden, but I don't like bugs. I do allow certain bugs to exist in my garden because they eat the other stuff. So spiders are able to exist, although they are being put on notice because the other day I was out there, and this wasn't the first time I noticed it. I keep seeing bigger and bigger spiders. And I'm like, I get that you're gonna get big because you're eating stuff, but can you not do it in my face? Like, can y'all go somewhere else when I come outside? Because if I see y'all, I'm gonna freak out and I might accidentally exterminate. I can't take it. You gonna come, TT? I think TT. I think you'll like it. Vision said the 10 he really wanted is 15. It was 1,000 the one I was looking at, so I probably ain't even got to your level yet, Vision. But yes, I sent Erica one that I was looking at. It was 1,000. I was like, and she was looking at ones that are up there too. So she probably seen something in that range. And y'all know Erica already got a nice tent. If y'all follow her channel, they do practice, and that's one thing I plan on doing. But they practice a couple times a year in their backyard. She sets the tent up. They stay in the tent. They stay out there outside all day. They cook out there. They're in the tent. Like the house is not there. And that's my plan when I do get a tent, to set it up. And I'm gonna try to get my family to do it with me. But I know I am gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to get them to stay out in the backyard with me. Stay out there all day. Let's just camp out in the backyard. Hey, Howard J. Hey, Ghetto. So, excuse me, y'all. So, hey, Holly Ivans. How are you? Happy Friday. So that's one of the plans of what I want to do. But like I said, I'm going to build on that. The 10 is just number one, because you can't just show up at a camp. I mean, I guess you could if you knew you were going to be there with all the people that were there. Absolutely, you can show up with just a tent. Because the Virginia Bushcrafter he does this. Like, this is not, actually a tent probably was more than he typically does on that when he's outdoors. However, I don't think he had more than the tent. And I mean a small tent, like just enough room for him to get in there and sleep. Now, trust and believe, he had more on his person than a 10. But he's a survivalist. Like, he knows how to go out in the bush and build up a shelter to keep himself dry and safe, and build a fire to keep himself warm and all those things. So he's true to this. But so, like I said, you could show up with just a 10 and be fine, but I can't, because women don't judge us. We be needing a little bit more. We be needing a little bit more. But I don't need like pampering, but I want some things, some other things. So, like I said, the 10 is just the first thing. I took some things away as far as the first aid, things to have in my first aid kit, from the lessons that were given with Vision, what he showed was in his first aid kit. And I was like, oh, I don't have that. I don't have that. Oh, but I got that. So there we go. I mean, there's some things that I would be prepared for. Like, how many people are prepared to do CPR if necessary? I am CPR certified. However, depending on how you went your who did the certification is to what you actually have done as part of the certification, which I found out there, because there was something that, just practicing, like doing the more than just compressions, that some people said when they did their certification, it was just compressions. Well, for me, it was both. It was 10 compressions, 10 breaths, 10 compressions, 10 breaths. So I carried this little plastic ish mouth covering that you can use if you ever have to do CPR, so you don't have to put your mouth to someone else, some stranger. But we did practice that way. But I do know also that CPR is taxing. And then once you start it, you can't stop it until you either have somebody that can take over the reps so you could take a break. So you're tag teaming basically, or the paramedics show up, or you're just going to lose the person. So it's a lot. Like, but most people aren't prepared to do that. They think they know because they've seen it on TV, but it's a lot. Because I've done the training more than once. I have to get recertified every, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I think. I forget. Whenever it comes up. And my job pays for it, so that's why I don't remember when I got to do it. Yep, once you start, you cannot stop. And it's better if you had somebody there that can, you could tag team off of, because y'all. And one thing, he was saying, and it's true because they teach you this when they certify you, if you don't break ribs, you're not doing it right. Literally, when a person is going through CPR, like chest press, chest compressions, they're going to have broken ribs, any hospital or not. So it don't matter if you're in a hospital and nurses that are trained to do it are doing it, or doctors, they're breaking ribs. They're breaking ribs, y'all. That's just part of it. Ribs will heal. They will heal. So it's not like they're killing you, but they're going to break them. But yes, stop the bleed. That was very important. I don't have any of the things needed for that. So I need to work on that vision. But he did show that, like having tourniquets and things to stop the bleed. You probably should take some type of training on that, because you need to know like how tight, like you literally have to have that thing so dang on tight when you're trying to stop the bleed. But taking a course, a training in that. So I will definitely be looking into that, because I don't know a lot in that area. But that could be important. If you come up on a car accident, you're trying to help somebody and they're bleeding out, you just stuffing stuff in there is not going to be as helpful as if you cut off the flow of blood. So yeah, there's a lot to be learned, y'all. So actually, because I don't think I've seen anybody do it yet, but I don't know, because I'm not really looking. I'm looking over at the chat, but not really reading it. Y'all can drop your channel links by typing Frugal in the chat, FRUGAL. And whoever types it in there, Nightbot will drop your channel link so people could come check you out, because there's so many different people from different communities in this chat. There's gardening community, there's 2A community, there's prepping community, I mean, all over. So, check out what each other are doing, and you may learn something. You may learn something to where you can get, yourself in a better position, because the person you might be trying to save is your own family member. So it's not even about just having these skills to save strangers. It could be for someone that's near and dear to you. Hey, Jamerica, girl, I was talking to you today. I mean, talking about you today to I don't know if you follow David Corey with Crop, but he's in Texas also, and I told him what you said to Broke. Yeah, she called Broke out on the watermelon war. She said, if you want to come to Texas, just say that. Don't be talking about us though. Yes, I loved it. Hey, Country Hustle. I didn't see you come in. How you doing? So definitely check each other out, though. Seriously, you never know where. That's why I follow so many communities. You don't know where you're going to learn something at. I learned something from everybody. I know a little bit about a lot of things, and I like that because I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, but master of none. And I'm okay with that because I always want to be learning. I don't want to master it. I want to continuously be learning and taking in and building on that and becoming better and better on things. So, yes, if nothing else, take it for family because it's just something good to have. It is some skills good to have. Learning how to start a fire. I think Bushcrafters showed like 3 or 4 different ways to start a fire. Y'all, hey Mona, happy Friday. Um, and then some self-defense. Just knowing if somebody, if you're in a situation and you need to protect yourself, or protect someone else, having some self-defense skills. It's just so much that you could be learning. And it was just so nice that he had these individuals there who were um, knowledgeable. I was trying to think of the word I wanted to say. Knowledgeable in those areas and willing to teach it and show it to others, just because they want you to know how to do these things as well. It was such a good time, y'all. I kid you not. I was smiling the whole time. I smile every time I talk about it. It was the first meetup that I went to. Um, but it was so nice. It was bigger than just meeting people. It was bigger than just sitting around, talking and sharing and things like that. It was so much bigger than that. It was just so well thought out and put together. It really was. It wasn't chaotic. Everything was. It was just nice. It was nice. Hey, Brampton, how are you? Too bad we have forgotten the whole quote: "A jack of all trades, a master of none." But oftentimes better than a master of one. Absolutely. I don't never forget it. I dabble in some people are always shocked at some of the things that I can do. But I'm not great at those things. So I just be like, I mean, I just yeah. Because if I'm interested, I'm gonna learn. That's just me. I'll be all over the place. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. Listen, and hey, David, they brag so hard on my Renaissance grandma. Vision here to say Dan H might still be in here. He was there, and they brag. What Dan H was there, wasn't he? I believe he was. I believe so. Anyway, they brag so hard on her setup. When I tell you she set up, and I was taking notes of that too. And she was gonna be comfortable. You don't have to be uncomfortable to bug out, especially if you're doing it in the format that it was done. You just don't. I mean, everybody had. I thought so. Everybody had solar panels. Not everybody, but most of them did. There was solar panels everywhere, generators. Some people had fridges in their tents to have some food items that they would cook, and things like that. My Renaissance grandma had AC. She wasn't the only one though, because I don't know if anybody else did, but I do know Indiana Jackson did. They had AC as well. But y'all, I'm telling you, and you know what I didn't do, which I meant to do, because y'all know I don't mind y'all coming up and chatting with me. Hey TLC, I didn't um I didn't copy and paste the stream link. Um, yes, it was nice. It was a good time, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry. Usually I do it before the streams now because I be forgetting once I start talking. I be forgetting, y'all. But if y'all have a ceiling fan, I missed that. Oh, he said Ghost Lincoln had a solar ceiling fan in his tent. How did I not know about that? I missed that. Yes, she had the portable AC. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, did. I was like, you better do that. Listen, she was talking right up my alley. Because one thing I hate being is hot, and it wasn't. It was hot. They said it was hot Friday. Most of the people I talked to, it was a little hot on Friday, but Saturday after it rained, it probably was too cool. It probably was too cool there. Yeah, because it got pretty cool outside. So yeah. All right. I got it done. I got it done, y'all. In case anybody wants to come up and chat. There we go. There we go. Because I meant to do that already. But yes, it was a good time. And I definitely, like I said, will be pulling up again. And my goal is to be able to do it um hopefully next year. Yeah, because I doubt that there won't be one next year. I very highly doubt that. So y'all start preparing now so y'all could do it because it was a good time. It was a good time. I'm telling you, there was kids there. It wasn't even just adults. Bring your kids. There was several people who had kids there. If I don't know the ages of all the kids, I know we had from the younger kids, maybe I don't know 9 to 12 or so, and then there was some teenagers there, but there were kids there. That's why you needed to be there longer. Yes, you missed too much. Yes, I did. Hey, you Goro. There will be one next year. I know that. There's no way it can't be. They ain't gonna let you not do it. Hey, Mira, how you doing? Happy Friday. Texas Get Down is being formed as we speak. Really? They having a meetup in Texas? There's a lot of y'all there, Domino's King. Okay. There's a lot of y'all there. But people were coming from a lot of places to come to this event, and I'm not kidding y'all. It was nice. It was nice. It was such a good time just being able to sit and talk to people. I was talking to people that I hadn't met. I don't talk to a lot online, maybe just like hello, hi in the comments. Um, but I got to talk to them and meet them. And like I said, there was kids there. Some people brought their pets, their dogs with them. Dogs were all friendly. I love dogs though, so if you don't like dogs, you might not agree. But I like dogs. I love dogs. So I haven't met a dog that's not a friend of mine. You trying to find your laptop? But yes. Hey Tori, you got a year to buy your gear. I'm on it. I am on it, Dan. I kid you not. I am on it. It's gonna happen. It's sad. It's shocking. I haven't done it yet because I'm like this close to making a decision on my tent. I'm ITT. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. Hey, Geneva. Happy Friday. Thank you. So I'm telling y'all, put it in your to do. Put it on your bucket list. I'm telling you, put it on your bucket list. When I tell you, I'm the last person you would think will be interested in camping outdoors. I am. Erica has tried to talk to me about it many a times, and I'm like, that is not for me. And now it is for me. Hey, Vision.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm tired.
I can hear you.
I'm getting back to normal. When I
Nope, I still can't hear you.
how's that? No? Hmm.
And I don't think, no, you're not muted, so I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear Vision? It's just not me. I mean, is it just me? Let me know if y'all can hear Vision.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Oh, they can hear you. It's
They,
me.
it's you. It'd be you. All right. But yeah, it was very good to
I
see
don't know
you
why
there.
I can't.
You can't hear me, Gina?
We
You
can
can't
hear
hear me?
both of you echo.
Really?
Hmm.
Let me huh. I don't know, y'all.
I don't know what that is.
That's interesting. You want me to come out and come back in?
That's weird because I can't hear you at all.
I'll go out and go back in.
Gina, can
Hey,
you hear me?
Erica.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can.
I can't hear you either. Why can't I hear? Let me try going out and coming back in. I'm gonna go out.
Yeah. How you doing, Erica?
I'm doing. It's echoing.
Is it?
I'm doing well. I'm over here jealous. So.
Prepared Irishman, my man. Can you hear me now, Gina?
Okay. I still can't hear anything. I know y'all talking because I can see your
Mouth
um
moving.
let me try something else. 1 second.
Oh, all righty then.
Well,
Huh.
Vision, we're gonna have to take over the show
We'll
because
take over. Yes. Anyway, we had it was beyond my expectations. Um, the amount. I mean, we actually had guys come in the night before, and they were in my live stream Thursday, sending me pictures from them at the campsite.
so
Like,
you had people there before you.
yeah, folks came in. A couple of guys came in Thursday night.
What?
Yep, and that was cool. And I think three guys. Yeah, three guys came in the night before.
That is so weird. I still cannot hear you guys.
Do you
It,
think it's probably her earpiece? Her
is it?
earpiece.
Turn off your Bluetooth, Gina.
Let's
Yeah,
see
it's
if I.
probably her Bluetooth.
I'm listening to you guys through my earpiece on my phone.
Oh, okay. So you can hear us now.
I don't have Bluetooth on my laptop.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Good.
I
But yeah,
can't.
we had guys come in Thursday night, and it was crazy. And they texted me and said, "We're coming in a day early." I said, "Okay, I will be there by Friday morning," which
Nice.
turned into Friday afternoon because I had all this junk in my gear and all this gear in my truck, and I could have left half of it at home. But it was amazing, and because of the rain, we had to cut 2 classes because it started raining, and it poured for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then it cooled down and was really nice the rest of the evening.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the fun part of it raining is that everybody got to check their gear.
Correct. And that's exactly what everybody said. Yeah, you get to check your gear during the rain. And my tent was solid, no leaks, no nothing. Everything was good. And a couple of people were scrambling to get their rain flies on their tents, which everybody helped out and everybody did. So
That's
that
good.
was a good thing. Yeah. Yep. But
I didn't think we was gonna see you online for like a week. I thought you was gonna be like recuperating.
Oh, when I got home Sunday afternoon, I went to bed about 7, and I woke up Monday. I woke up Monday at noon.
Wow.
Yeah, and then back at it. So it was good, and Dan H and Virginia Bushcrafter and a couple other people helped me play Tetris, putting the gear back all in my truck because I actually left there with more stuff than I bought, because we had a table that was take one, leave one. It was giveaway, free stuff at tables that the guys from New York bought down so much gear just to give away. And
Wow.
old Mutt was there, and he told me, looked at me, said, "That stuff is all yours now. What's left over, take with you and bring it back to the next one."
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was so cool. It was like a big family reunion,
I
you
was
know.
trying to make it. I really was.
Right. But we had a great time, amazing people. The from what I hear, the food was good. I can definitely only speak about the peach cobbler because that was the first thing I had, and that was the only thing I had was a big giant monster plate of peach cobbler.
I
So
heard everything was good. I heard
yeah,
everything was just amazing.
that was the goal. And I was so happy to see Gina come strolling through there. I was like, about time. You live around the corner, down the street, and over the hill. About time you showed up.
Right. I texted her and I was like, "Are you at the event yet? Because I want to see you there."
Mm-hmm.
I don't even understand what I went through with Gina about camping. Like I told her, she was talking about people are trying to steal her organs. I was like, you might as well go with a whole community of people.
Right.
I was like, I'm telling you, you feel safe. You'll want to do it again. It's a fun experience.
Yeah. And that was the thing that I said, especially to all my guys that are here in Ohio. I said, security is our number one priority, guys. And everybody was like, absolutely. So, the worst thing that happened, we watched a feral cat beat up a raccoon. Seriously, we watched a feral cat beat up a raccoon and send him off running. So I think Hudson Valley took him back to New York with him. He said that the cat followed him from New York, and the cat can run fast. I said, yeah, evidently he did come from New York because I just saw him beat up a raccoon. So, but all the guys were everybody. It was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better event. And
I love the fact that everybody shared the experience. I like when people do that, when people go to meetups and really let people know that don't be afraid to meet up with people from the community. Get
right,
to know people that's part of the community, because you never know if you're in their state or anything happens. You have somebody that could, help you just a little bit by being part of the community. So I think that's the most important thing, is if you do need somebody and from the community, it won't be an awkward situation. And it's not an awkward situation meeting them, because it's like, right, it's like meeting family all over again. It's like a family reunion type of thing.
right. Yeah, Mad Shad, you're right. It was Bob the cat. Right. Bob was the cat's name. He got named and everything. His name is Bob. Yes. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing something this fall with the guys here in Ohio, for all of us to get together and do a couple of things. But it was great. I was more than pleased and excited just to meet everybody. That was, the main thing, was just meeting people that I've met from the community, and it was great, especially those that are in Ohio. Mad Shad and a couple other guys, Ghost Lincoln, Fed Up American, and Dan H. He's going to end up moving to Ohio because he's going to have no choice. That's my guy right there. That is my guy right there.
Where's Dan H at right now?
I think,
What state is he
Dan,
in?
are you in Maine? I think he's in Massachusetts.
Is
Yeah,
that who
Maine
came
or
down
Mass-
from Maine?
He
Okay.
did 15 hours. Yep. He drove 15 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can hear you guys.
But you can hear us now? You froze.
But she's frozen now.
Now you're frozen. You're frozen, but you can hear. Okay.
My
Now we
Wi-Fi is
can't
not
hear
the best,
you.
but I can hear you
her.
guys. Mhm.
There you go. Okay.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me now?
But yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was a good time, especially for
Awesome.
those that may not have, ever been to a meetup or actually camping before. There was so much help
Yes.
there. And it was so funny because I was just standing back watching. As soon as somebody would show up, everybody greeted them and then asked them, do you need help with your gear and setting up and all this and all that? It was really cool.
See,
Yeah.
I
I
told
agree.
Gina. I told Gina
I-
this the time to learn. Even if you just went and set up her tent and left for the night and then went back, I told her even do that just so you can have the help to set it up the correct way,
Mhm.
just to
Yep.
see every. I was preaching to deaf ears, and
But
then
Erica, what happened that day? When I remember I went
she
out there
had
that
me
morning.
looking for
I
tents
called
that
you.
day.
I called
Yes.
her when I went home to cook for my family, and we talked the whole time. I was like, I think I can do this.
Yep.
That's right. You can.
And
Yeah,
she's like,
Dan
I
is from
told you.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Hey, Mad Shad. I got to hang out with Mad Shad. I got to hang out with Charity.
Yep.
It was-
Everybody was feeding Charity.
yeah. She was so sweet.
Yes.
She was. You couldn't help it. But yes, it definitely was beyond what I expected. I mean, way beyond. And it was more than, like I said, just meeting all the people. It was all the things that I was able to take away from it. I learned things. Like Vision said, everybody was just helpful. I didn't even have any equipment or gear. Clearly, it was noticeable I didn't have any. And when I walked in, I was immediately greeted by several people. Just, hey, how are you? And they could see who I was because I wore it on my shirt. And then they introduced who they were. And I'm like, oh, I remember, because you remember names from the being on YouTube chatting.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And everybody was just so nice. It was really, really nice, Vision. I
Thank you.
can't talk about it enough.
You and me both. And
I can't.
and it now that I look back and everything that I put in place to set this up, I do it again in a heartbeat. It was well worth it.
Yeah.
The place
And,
looked
yes.
perfect. Like everybody's videos, and that's one thing that I loved. It's like I said, is how the community was really sharing their experience there and talking about the experience there. And even though I didn't go, I felt like I was there with an angry face, like that could have been me. But next year,
Right.
I will not be missing it.
Yeah.
What's
And-
funny is that event was right up Erica's alley, Vision.
Right.
It was right up her alley.
Right. and the crazy thing is, my guy Steve that was there, we have over 200 gigs of video, and we have not even started to put out video yet.
Yep.
Straight from my
Wow.
thing. But
And
yeah,
I knew that.
I mean, he recorded everything,
Mhm.
every class, the bug out bag hike, everything. He recorded everything. That was his job. and his wife did part of the food. She did all the sides and the desserts.
Mhm.
And when she was leaving, she pulled me aside and said, "Come and walk and talk with me." And she said, "Are you having this next year?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, me and Steve, we need to be here in camp." I said, "Okay, you're more than welcome. Talk to your
Yeah.
husband. Y'all show
Yeah.
up in camp."
Yeah.
She said, "We need to bug out with you." I said,
Yeah.
"Absolutely." Yeah.
It was great. It was great. And I was telling Erica it was even more so because there was I know when there was one earlier this year um with lead, and they had some provisions at that campsite. They had some electricity and
Right.
they had a water source.
Yeah.
This was not that, which made
Right.
it
We
that
had a
much
water
better.
source. That was it. We had water over by the shelter. There was well
Oh
water there.
yes,
Yeah.
I did see that. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. It sure was.
Yeah.
But it to me that made it better because you really got to experience utilizing the things that you thought you would need to
Right.
bug out.
Right.
You find that some
Right.
things you may not have needed. You might find that some things you should have had, but you didn't think you needed it.
True. Which there were things I needed that I left here at home, which was okay. And then there was stuff I bought, never even pulled it out the truck.
Yep. Hey, the
Right.
prepared Irishman, he was there.
There he is. That's my other guy. I'm telling y'all, these brothers, they know stuff and they put it down.
Yes.
And
Yes.
next year, Prepared Irishman, your tarp shelter building will be the first class on deck
Hmm.
for sure.
Now that's something I do want to learn.
Yes.
I've been practicing, but it's not my chart just looks like it's gonna blow away with a nice good breeze. But I
Hmm.
do want to learn how to master that because there's gonna be times where you're not gonna have time to open your tent
Hmm.
and your tarp or emergency
Right.
blanket would be the only shelter you have. That's something that I do want to really learn.
Yep. Same here. I mean, he put out some pictures, if I'm not mistaken, on Instagram of Thursday night, what he built when he got there. I'm sitting there like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. He was camping in the bush Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who had the hammock? Who was camping with the hammock? Was that
Mad Shad. Mad
Matt
Shad
Dad
had a
had the
hammock.
hammock?
Yeah, that was his hammock. Yep. Yep.
Oh wow. Did it have the
Yeah.
net on top to keep the bugs out, or was it a regular hammock? Oh no.
It was a hammock with a tarp over it. He was set up. He had it down.
He
He
did.
had it down. Yes.
Mhm.
I want to try that.
He did. I
Yep.
just it was definitely like I said, I took so much away from it, seeing how everybody was doing things. Everybody had a little something different about their setup.
Right.
Hmm.
And that's the good thing. You
It
bring what
was.
you need and what you're going to use.
Hmm.
You know,
Right.
triple threat. She had the Taj Mahal, and I ain't mad at you. That's a bad tent. I ain't mad
Yeah.
at you. And then there was mine, and then next to me was Dan H,
Hmm.
whose tent, when he took that thing down, it was like the size of a laptop bag. And I was like, you
Wow.
got to be kidding me, dude. He laughed and ran and said, nope, there's my tent right there. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, my Renaissance grandma, she was killing it. When I saw that portable air conditioner, I was like, oh no. That was like, you know, you could have seen the smoke coming out my ears because I would have never even thought of that. She had a
Listen,
portable air conditioner that was
listen.
on point.
Yes. And you would think like people, we mentioned it and you think like, oh, people probably were hating on. No, people were mad. They were like, why didn't I think of this?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was drinking coffee one morning there with Ghost Lincoln. He said, man, come here, I got to show you something. I looked in this tent and here's this ceiling fan going around, just putting the breeze
Oh,
down. I was like, dude.
Now
He
I
said,
wow.
yeah,
do have one of those. I do have a solar fan. I
yeah.
do have
Really?
a solar fan.
He had a solar panel on top of his tent and said it's plugged into the solar panel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. They
Wow.
were
They
putting it
thought
down.
of everything.
Yeah,
I'm ready though. I am excited. I came
good.
all about it. He at this current time he has no interest of sleeping outside, but
Right.
I'm gonna get him there.
There you go. Yeah. And then, Indiana Jackson and his whole family showed
Yep,
up and was
yep,
putting it down.
yep.
Yes.
And they said
I
they camp a lot, so they're used to it.
right. And I
Yeah,
turned around and I'm hearing music and folks is over there dancing and doing it. I said, okay
they
now.
was.
Yes.
They was. Hey,
Yeah.
Sassy. They was. They hey, loving life. They were over there playing that music
Yep.
and people were walking by. They and just really good spirited, nice people. Like I was sitting over there at Tarsha's tent talking to her, and
Uh-huh.
Indiana Jackson came over and he introduced himself and I said, "Oh, I'm Gina," and he was like, "I know who you are." And I
Right.
said, "Is that Mrs. Indiana Jackson over there?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, let me go say hi."
Right. Exactly.
Let me get over
Exactly.
there. But
Yep.
David
yeah,
said he's gonna stay with my Renaissance grandma when he goes there.
yes, yes. It
Yep.
probably was a little bit of glamping, urban, but at the same time, you don't have to be totally uncomfortable.
Correct. That's right.
But
Um,
also, people have to understand they make solar things for you to bring with you.
mhm.
Right.
So if you're able to carry it, or if you can handle carrying that extra weight, just to be a little bit more convenient,
Yes,
what you're willing to carry.
Right.
yes. And that was something I didn't really talk about because I wasn't there for it. But Vision did mention it. The hike that they did with their bags, their bug out bags.
Yeah. Bug out
You
bag we did Saturday morning at
know,
8 o'clock. And we hiked a mile
mm-hmm,
around one of the lakes there
mm-hmm.
and came back and it was good. Everybody was like, do we do it again or not or no? So next year we may probably do 2 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Big Riz. That was good because you got to see if you can handle the weight of your bag.
right. And that's
If
the
you
cool
had to
thing.
carry
Hudson
it.
Valley bought a scale so you could actually weigh your bag
Mm-hmm,
before we went on the hike so you knew exactly
mm-hmm,
how much weight you were carrying.
mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And I wasn't there for that, but I did see some of the bags, and I want to say it was Devil Dog Pepper. What I think he had a huge bag.
We did, but I think it was Cody, Prepared Irishman. His bag, one of them bag was like
The big,
over 70 pounds.
oh my lord!
Yeah.
Oh
And
my,
if you can carry it, technically the theory is you should be able to carry 20% of your body weight.
Right.
mm-hmm.
So, and if they can carry that weight, hey, get on it and get down.
Yeah. I don't know how much it weighed, but it sure looked big.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I was like, Lord, it must be a bunch of stuff in there.
Yep. And that's what it is.
And
Everything
that,
that you would need if possible. Yeah. But
yes.
it was good. And Hudson Valley was trailing us on the hike with a drone.
Mm-hmm.
He had his drone up in the air and was
Mm-hmm.
following us with the drone. That was really cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
waiting for him to send me that footage so my guy Steve can edit it for him and get it back to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all came in a little later. If you drop Frugal, Frugal, type it into the chat, it will drop your channel link so people could come check you out. Because I don't think the Prepared Irishman was in here at that time. I'm not sure if you were Mad Shad, but definitely drop your channel link so people could come check out your YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's for everybody. Anybody can do that. You type Frugal in the chat, and it will drop your channel. Because
But
there's so
I
many different.
appreciate you, Gina, not only for coming and showing up and hanging out. And she had the biggest grin on her face when we saw each other. I was like, there she is. Exactly.
I did. I was so excited.
Yes.
I
And it
was.
was cool. And
Hmm.
and I don't know if you were there, Gina, for the giveaways,
I
but
wasn't because they did them. You did them kind of late, didn't you? Because
yes.
everything kind of it was just a lot of
Right.
stuff happening.
Right.
It was a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we did giveaways. We gave away so much stuff.
Yes.
And you got a gift bag for every person that came. They got a gift bag up front with one of our affiliates, Nutrient Survival, provided that, and then we threw in some other stuff.
Yeah.
But we gave away ham radios. We gave away hand crank weather radios. I mean, we gave away tons of stuff.
Yes.
And that was my way of saying thank you for everybody that participated and showed up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, y'all. Vision was tired.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot do this by yourself, sir.
Yeah.
And I know, I feel like there's a lot of me in what I saw you doing, because I am very particular about what I want.
Right.
And instead of me getting frustrated because somebody else may not give me what they might try to fall short of what I'm asking because they want to get it done quicker or something, I just do it myself. But you did a lot.
I did.
And I would say this, he was tired, and I knew it because I could see it. But you didn't know it because of how he acted. You couldn't see it that way because he just kept trudging. But his face was exhaustion.
I was. And the COO put it down, handled registration and check-in and all of that. And
she did.
Guys was running around doing stuff, but I was tired because I had been up. I think I got the night before, Thursday night, I got 4 hours of sleep, and that was it.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I was up early Friday. Took me 2 hours to pack my truck. Still left stuff here. But, I do it again in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But it was a lot. You definitely need more hands on deck. Even though once we were there, I mean, I wasn't there the whole time, but I know for the time I was there, like I know my Renaissance grandma was having some issues with her generator. So so there was guys over there trying to get it done. Like everybody was really helpful. So once you were there, you were gonna get help. That was just a given. But I mean, the event definitely showed that you put the work in. It was just organized. It was not chaotic. It wasn't just like nobody knew what was going on. Everybody knew what was coming next, what time something was going to happen. He was working the room and we wasn't in the room.
Well, and here's the crazy thing. My guys, Mad Shad, Dan H, Prepared Irishman, Hudson Valley, they were like, okay, this, and this. I'm like, handle it, do it, just get it done. And this is where we got to be. This is what we're going to do. And just take care of it, guys. And they did. They took a load. A Brazilian dad. Good to see you, my brother.
Hey,
we got it done, but I was tired. I was tired.
Yes. And it showed, like anybody who was looking, they can see the exhaustion. But like I said, it wasn't there was never a where it was like people were feeling like you were giving off exhaustion. I just knew you were. I was looking at you and I said, how is he standing up?
Right.
His face looks like exhaustion.
Yep.
And we wasn't even at the end of the day, y'all. This was like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Right.
And even when he went live, I was like, all this that's going on around him. And then people was like cash apping them or sending super chats, and they was there. It showed
they were showing out.
Yes, they were showing. I'm sitting there, turn around. We're gonna fight. If you send me another penny, I'm gonna turn around and punch you. Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah.
It was so funny. When he ended the first live, I was there when he ended the first one.
Right.
That live ended broadcast, and he turned around. He said, "I'm punching you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you."
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, y'all don't have to do that, but I appreciate you. But you don't have to do that.
They saw that vision come to fruition, and it was everything, Vision.
Right.
It was
It was.
everything.
Thank you, Gina and
It
Eric.
was. I told you there. I said I'm motivated
Right.
to do this.
Good.
And
He
you
is.
couldn't have said that before I went. It
Yeah.
was not but I
I
was
He's like,
Vision,
this.
Vision,
Yeah.
I want to thank you for this experience because
welcome.
you don't understand how hard hard for me to convince Gina to do this. And I was like, listen, Vision's having this thing, you better go. You're gonna understand why I'm pushing for you to get a
Yeah.
tent and
And
do
Right.
it. When I said she left your event and on her way home to her way back to you, we talked and I was shopping for tents. I was looking for solar showers. I'm
Right.
she's gonna be prepared for the next one.
That's
I
good.
will.
That's
And
good.
I was like, it took Vision to come up
Yeah.
here and do an event for you to just fold. And I've been talking to her for
It
a
took me
good
to see
year.
It
Wow.
took me to see it.
Well,
It
I'm
took
glad.
me to see it.
Yeah, I'm glad. And that's what it's all about. Because you know, the CEO, the COO had never been camping in her life. Never, ever, never.
What?
And she said to me, she said, now you gonna do this next year? I said, yes. She said, we're not feeding everybody next year. That's the only thing she said.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, we'll see. That's all I said. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We'll
think
see.
this Vision, did you cook all the meat yourself?
I did.
I knew it. I knew
did.
it. That's why you exhausted. You better stop. You better stop.
Well, see, here's how it went down because I have another business with my best friend. We have a barbecue business,
Mm-hmm.
and he was literally triple booked. So he couldn't do the meat on his smokers. So I did it at my house Thursday. Started at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Did the brisket for 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the ribs and all of that. So I had it all cooked and prepped and chilled and just had to warm it up when I got there. And that's, you know, but it is what it is. I got to feed the people.
I am so you, Vision. That's why I'm getting on you. I am so
Right.
you.
I got to
And I'll be tired at the end of the day, and my husband be looking at me like, "Why you keep doing this?"
Right. I'm like, because I want it done a specific way.
I want it a certain way.
Right.
And if it's not that way, and that's a control thing, I think, for me. I'm not gonna speak on you, Vision, but I know it's a control thing for me. But I grew up where we always, when we had gatherings, there was always too much food. There was never, ever, ever not enough.
Right.
And I don't function in a world where I don't even want to consider that there's not enough.
Right.
I want it to be so much that that's not even in the books, that it would not be enough.
And when I started cleaning up pans, the brisket was literally gone. The ribs were gone.
That was good.
Peach cobbler was
Resilient Dad.
Yeah, Resilient Dad, bruh.
Thank you.
Thank you, a Resilient Dad. Thank you.
He that's my dude. He's amazing all the way around.
Such a big support in this, and all. I mean, I see him everywhere. He's in all the community that's in this chat.
Yeah,
I
he is.
One community in this chat. There's preppers, there's 2A, there's gardeners, and he's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
And just supporting. And he adds every now and again, he'll add something to even the conversations. He has a lot of knowledge that he can share and things like that. Thank you, a Resilient Dad.
Yes.
Thank you. And guess what, a Resilient Dad? I know you on the West Coast. But if you can make it over here.
Now, never mind. We talk. We talk on the phone. He's called. We talk on the phone. And that brother right there, he explained. He told me. He said, you know, this is why I can't come, and I get it, and I understand it. And I told him, nope. I said, I'll see you next year. He said, I'll be there.
Right.
I'm telling you, it was everything a Resilient Dad. It was great. Hey, G Mama. Hey,
G
Jamia.
Mama Grows.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so nice. And like I said, I had to see it. And I think that because when you've never been, your vision of what you think it is what's off. So once I
Right.
was there and I actually saw what it was, I absolutely can do it. They had
Right.
Sister Maria Kitchen out there. They had
Yep.
my Renaissance grandma out there. If they can get out there and camp, I can get out there and camp.
Mhm. Yeah. And what got me was when I finally pulled up, backed up the truck and got out, and it was like instant, hello, how you doing? I'm, folks walking up to me grinning, and I'm like, I don't know you. Who are you? Then once they told me who I want, it was on, and they were like, what can we do to help you unload the truck?
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
the Prepared Irishman and Dan were the first two to come over to me. I said, here, hang up the banner. How's that? And
Yes.
next thing I know, I turned around and the banner's hung. And they're
Yes.
like, okay, what next?
Yes.
Yeah,
Highly
it
diverse
was
love.
amazing.
Yes. It was everything. I
Yeah.
kid you not. It
Yep.
was everything.
They
I
showed up and showed out.
really enjoyed myself. And
Good.
like I said, it was the teaching. I mean, you're gonna walk away with something. How many people
Yeah.
know how to start a fire without matches or a lighter? How many people do? Well,
Right.
they were
Right.
teaching that,
Right.
So how many people know how to do a tourniquet? How many people know how tight you need to have it to stop the flow of the blood so that you can
Right.
potentially save someone?
Right.
They were talking about that. Just
Yep.
saying.
And my whole goal was, and I think I accomplished it. I don't know. My whole goal was this was not about me. It's about the collective, the community coming together and exchanging knowledge, developing friendships. And
Yes.
that's exactly what happened. And that was my goal, the whole thing, period.
That is exactly what happened.
Now,
And it felt like love. It felt
yes,
like a family
It did.
reunion. That's what it felt like.
And
I was
exactly.
at a reunion.
and it was. Now, the thing that nobody will ever see unless you were there was the late night, Saturday night fireside chat, which
Mhm.
was absolutely phenomenal.
I
Phenomenal.
know it was.
We were
I
out there
know
till 2:30 in the morning,
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
Awesome.
and we were exchanging ideas and talking about stuff. It was, and when we all sat down, I said, okay, first off, one prerequisite: do not record this or videotape it. Period. Please.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. And we had some serious conversations, and it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Yes. And I will tell you this, like a lot of us are content creators, not all of us, but a lot of us are.
Right.
And there wasn't a whole lot of content being done there. And it's mainly, I think, because for me anyway, speaking for me, I was just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Like I was enjoying the moment. I was enjoying having conversations. It's almost like they say, don't, families who are at the dinner table doing this.
Right.
I didn't even want to pick my phone up. Like the void of time that I did was like when we were kind of waiting around and things were getting prepared and ready to eat.
Right.
And I went live. Actually, it was Virginia Bushcrafter. He went live. So I'm
Yes.
like in the back of he's telling people, like, here's Gina, but he's showing all the people who are there. And then I went live for a little bit after that. Well, actually towards the end of his. And that's the only time I picked up my phone
Yeah.
when I was there.
I
I didn't pick it up any other time.
Yeah, I did the morning coffee talk and then the live that night. Other than that, I didn't touch nothing. And that's why I had Steve there recording everything,
Yeah.
Right.
because I was like, dude, I can't do everything. So
Yeah.
he said, I got you. And that's what he did the whole weekend.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was. And I wasn't even there the whole time, y'all. I was there Saturday.
Right.
Gina, did you
Yes.
get his autograph for me?
I didn't.
You're fired.
I can get it. Because me and
True
Vision
story.
family now, so I can get
True
it.
story. That is true.
I got inside to him now. That's
That's
him.
true. That's
You
true.
know, so it's like when you tell somebody, I know this.
Right.
And so the thing that really got me was I dropped in, I think one day this week, Lead Farmer 73 was doing something, and I just said hello, and he was like, Vision Preparedness. He said, man, I saw what you're doing up there in Ohio, and I was going to come, but he had a previous engagement. He said, you need to come down there. I was like, bro, I'm down. I'll come down. He said, but I'm coming next year. I was like,
Yes.
he knows who
That'd
I
be
am.
so awesome. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I already know that's what, like, being in my backyard is so convenient for me.
Right. Right.
For me. Maybe
Yeah.
not everybody, but for me. But I think
Fed Up
somebody
America.
told me
He
at
lives
Fed
in
Up
Dayton.
America. He's
Yeah.
in Dayton. He didn't tell me
Yeah.
exactly where, but he said he was in Dayton.
Yep.
So it's convenient for him as well. But
Yep.
that space, you got 1 year, maybe tops. And
True.
this thing is going to get too big. It's going to get
Yeah.
too big for that space.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
told him
saw
that.
as soon as I got there. I told Vision, I said, this ain't gonna work for that long. And
Right.
I
it's a
told
big
Vision that.
space.
I
Right.
told Vision, I said it's only going to get bigger because people see it the first year,
Yes,
and then after that, it only gets bigger.
that part.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not bigging it up just to big it up, just to make y'all feel like,
No, I'm with you.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right.
And I felt like everybody there did. Like everybody's spirits was up. It was just so nice.
Yes.
It was nice.
I'm now see when I went to go look at it, the space to the north end of where we were, all of that was mowed. So I'm thinking we got all the way to the end of the road. So I'm hoping maybe, when it does get big, I can talk them into mowing all of that and let us use that space also.
I told Tarsha that. I was like, why didn't they cut down all the grass? I was like, they should have had all this low.
Yeah.
Like, why is that grass tall? It wasn't ridiculously tall, guys, but it was tall.
Right.
It needed to be mowed down. It wasn't short enough to put somebody's tent on it.
Right.
It was at least 2 feet of grass.
Right. Because when I looked at that in the spring, all of that was cut.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, we can be here a couple of years.
Yes. Now, you're right. If they mow that back, then maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
Because absolutely everybody who came this time is probably going to make sure they're there the next. And then people who are connected to them who wanted to come but couldn't make it because of whatever engagements. Well, plan. Plus, you're planning it now. So the earlier people know, the earlier they can pencil stuff in.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was even toying with the idea. I said, okay, when this gets like too big, have it twice a year.
Yes.
And then I'm thinking, well, does that water it down or not?
No.
Or just make it once a year and just get a bigger venue?
I don't think it waters it down because some people may not come if it's like how it was kind of summer. And honestly, in Ohio, for those who aren't from Ohio, we are not one of your hotter states. So
Correct.
We were just starting to get into warm temps, which is why just that rain knocked our heat out and it was colder after that. So that time of year is still early before it's too hot, but bugs are awake. So there was the thing of, a little bit more bug action. And if it's later, closer to fallish, there's probably less of that with the bugs. And some people probably like being out for one or the other, and they will, choose one or the other.
Right.
I don't think it will water it down. And Urban said Ohio is close for her, so she needs it to be in the north because she could get to Ohio.
True. Yeah.
That would be awesome, Urban. That's coming from Canada.
And I'll say this, like this whole idea came from Hudson Valley, Prepping and Survival. He does it in New York. He's done it. And I saw that and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I bugged him to death, how's this? How do you do this? How do you do that? He told me, he said, just do it. If three
Yeah.
people show up, it was successful. Just
It
do
was
it.
more than 3 people, y'all.
I know. We actually, the final count was 41.
See, awesome.
Yeah.
And then you're right. It was a lot of room still left for tents.
Yep.
But my thought is that the excitement, I see your resilient dad, the excitement to participate in the next one, and then the next one is going to grow so much.
Right. True
Hey,
story.
resilient dad.
How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday.
ARD, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing?
Man, we made it. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Let's celebrate.
We
Yeah.
did.
It was everything. It was awesome.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Why I came up was seeing the work that it took, the inspiration that it took for the Bug Out Weekend, and seeing how it propelled in success, knowing that it was so much of a collective effort. Man, I just felt like even though I couldn't be there, and that's no excuse, we have already spoke about that.
Right.
Man, it's like it still leaves you with energy to like, what can we do next? Like,
I know.
not feeling included.
That's true.
Given the mistakes and all and things like that, I even call them learning opportunities. It's not really a mistake or a failure,
Yes.
right? It's like learning opportunities.
Yes.
How do we celebrate this and bring this to a new level, right? A new pinnacle. So yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there, but I am still on a high from celebrating and seeing how many people benefited from that.
Yes.
So much respect to you guys.
And it's
Thank you.
always
I feel resilient dad, exactly how I felt. Like I am so happy about his event and how successful it was. The only thing I'm mad about is Gina didn't get his autograph for me, but I'm gonna move past that because she know I would have been starstruck being there and meeting you for the first time.
I
But
was.
next year. I always got next
Gina
year.
didn't tell you she got a picture with me?
No, don't rub it in.
I was starstruck. And look, he gives real hugs. It's funny, but everybody there gave real hugs. But sometimes you meet people and they're kind of not sure. So it's kind of like that. But no, I got real hugs there.
Yeah.
Because I give real hugs. So I might force real
Same
hugs.
here. Same here.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll be even more excited when we can all see Resilient Dad for the first time as well.
I know. If he come next year, that's gonna be so exciting. The Resilient Dad and bring the family. Like when I tell you there was kids there, they went fishing, they went hiking, they had a good time.
They did.
It's all love. Yeah, you won't even see me. You'll see me in person and don't even know who I am. Trust me.
That's
right.
Yeah.
True story. True story.
That's good though. I love it. It was I can't wait until the next event. And I hope that others can participate because you're gonna be okay. Like don't worry about that you don't have all the things. You're gonna be okay. Because they was making I was watching Tarsha's son. He was over there helping my Renaissance grandma with something. Then I heard him jump up and say with excitement. And we looking like, what the heck just happened? So I thought maybe they got the panels working. No, he ran over to her side. He's like, Mom, I'm about to make some shrimp. He made some shrimp. My Renaissance grandma cooked some potatoes or something. They swapped off and made a whole meal out of it. It was awesome.
They did.
It was awesome.
Nice. I was curious to know. I wasn't privy to all the classes, but Miss Gina, did you teach anything about preparing meals and preserving meals at all? I thought that would have been a dope lesson or a dope class.
That would be. I did not, but Vision, you could put that on.
Stay out my head, ARD. Stay out my head.
Okay.
Stay out my
because
head.
that is a good thing, and actually, those can be helpful on a bug out.
Right.
Having prep meals.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I got my notepad and I already got a page and a half of stuff for next year.
Awesome. I just can't talk about it enough. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said, I wasn't even there the whole time. So I know those that were enjoyed it that much more. That much more. But everybody was just so awesome. Everybody. It was like meeting no strangers.
Right.
Like it was great.
Yeah.
You need some fishing gear with Dream Mama. They was fishing too.
Yep. And you don't need a fishing permit. So
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
What?
Yes.
That's even
Yeah.
better. Yeah, that's
right.
even better.
Yeah. You don't have to buy a fishing license.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah.
Yes. I can't wait. I'm excited, and I will have my tent way before then. And I'll probably do some make content out of me doing my day out in the backyard because
Yep.
I do want to test it out. I
Right.
like that Erica does that. I just saw myself not ever being able to.
Right.
But now I'm not kidding. As soon as I was only there a couple hours, and I was like, I could do this. Like, I don't know. I just had to see it.
And
Right.
that's the whole premise behind it.
Mhm.
Come out, experience it, test out your gear, what
Mhm.
works, what doesn't work. That's the place to do it. So
Mhm.
in any type of emergency, you don't have to panic trying to figure it out. You already know how it works, you know what to do, and all you need to do is the muscle memory and put it
Yeah.
to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there was like a tarp class that almost had but the weather. And
Right.
my wife and I, she's always like, "Why are you doing this?" And I set up a whole camp with just a tarp. And she's
Right.
like, "Why?" I was like, "Now that you know, you're good now. Like, I can go disappear. If we really had to get to that, we do that. And we do an inflatable situation too, where we have floaties. Some things are very kiddish, and
Yeah.
it's just in case. You never know. So, and it's not trying to make people weary or anything. It's just being confident and
Yeah.
what you can do or what you know that your legacy can do or your family
Mhm.
can do, your friends can do without you being present. And I love the thought of that bug out weekend because it should practice everything. It
Yes.
gives you opportunity to be vulnerable. It gives you opportunity to really practice and have other people like-minded to be there with you to support
Yes.
you. So you're not just on your own. I
Yeah.
love
Right.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly it. Yes. Well said. Exactly it.
So
Mhm.
I'm so glad you're listening to them now, though. I only been saying this.
Erica, do I need to mute you? I feel like
Ah!
I
Get her, Erica.
But
That's
you
right.
know what?
Tell her.
Erica, you be so tough on Billy because Billy, she always tell me I'm like Billy because Billy hates the
Billy
camp out
hates.
stuff.
Yes.
But she makes her family and Alex is better about it. But she has them they test it out. I mean, they're practicing their stuff, even though it's in their backyard. They're practicing. They're acting like the house is not there. Like you don't just get to go to the house. And he toughs it out. Billy toughs it out. He might complain, but he toughs it out.
Right.
And I'm like, that's where I'll start. That'll be my test of, being out there. And it is more comfortable when there's more people around. It's a little, especially if they're like-minded in the process of what you're
Right.
doing.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not gonna let anybody fail at it. I mean, I literally bought with me 3 extra tents
Mm-hmm.
just in case.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. So Gina could have stayed if she just would have asked for the tent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, her house was 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, a resilient dad.
That's
I
no
gotta give you an
excuse.
out right there. Yeah.
Thank you. I was
Yeah.
and listen, when I left, I was like, y'all need me to bring back anything? Because
Right.
I was coming back. So I was like, you need me to stop?
Right.
Because I brought my grandma's ice when I came. And I'm like, I can stop and get some because somebody else was like, I didn't see no stores nowhere. I said, well, really, where this is, there isn't like right away a store. You're probably going to
Correct.
have to go about 15, 20 minutes out
Right.
to find one. But because of where I was going, even though I was 15 minutes away, I'm near north, south. I'm like in the middle of a lot of different areas. So I was like, I can stop and get something
Right. Right.
if you need me to. But most people didn't need anything. They just wanted to know where something was if they did. But mostly everybody came very prepared.
They needed you, Gina. They needed you.
Yeah.
What's up, Pop?
Thank you.
What's going on with you, Billy? How you doing, bruh?
Everything's smooth, not bad. Feeling good.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of people jealous and upset they couldn't get out there, and then you got Gina over there just abusing her little closeness.
Yeah,
I
she
did.
did. Hey, she sauntered in, showed up, and sauntered out, bruh.
Yeah. Got in her car, put on her AC, and left. Ain't that something?
Right. Right.
Hey, y'all was bugging out. She said y'all bugging.
Exactly.
Listen though, I got rained on and I didn't leave just because I
That's
got
true.
rained on. And that
That's
rain
true.
came down.
Yeah, it did.
I was soaking wet, but
Yep.
it was a good time. I was like,
Yeah.
little rain ain't hurt nobody. Even
That's
a lot
true.
of
Yep. Everybody sucked it up.
rain. Mhm.
And as soon as it stopped, everybody came right back out and we kept it
Yep.
moving. Yeah.
Yep. I don't
For
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Man. Next time, man, you want to camp out, just listen, you keep your liver, keep your arteries, keep your kidney. I ain't gonna take too much now. I might cut off a dread or two.
No,
That's it.
the vision ain't gonna let you. I'm only gonna show up at his event. He already know what he got. So you ain't gonna-
You're
He
right.
ain't
I might leave too then.
and shoot, by that time you might not know what I got. How about
Oh.
that?
Woo,
Uh-oh.
you right.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Brazilian Dad, come on. I need a friend up here. Where you at?
He out there with his mic mute laughing at you. Look at my Renaissance comments.
Oh, did I miss
Gina was
something,
grinning
Gina?
like she
Yeah.
had a tent set up.
Yeah.
I am.
She was out there like she had it all, had the camp set up and
I
ready to do
was.
this thing.
She said
I
my
was.
tent got tires in the steering wheel.
It did.
I hear you, bruh.
But next time it's happening. I'm not playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's serious. And I hope that you all can come. I hope that Erica and Billy are there. I hope that and Zach, he was gonna his son had a baseball game that day. He called me. I mean, he texted me right before I left, and I was like, Zach, he's about to come.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said, but Bishop and them are still here. You could still.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully he can make it. And Brazilian Dad, anybody who can. G Mama is not that far. Maybe she might come.
Yeah.
G Mama,
Yeah.
I think maybe an hour from here.
Hey,
Less.
you know what? Shout out to Indiana Jackson. He be on the move, boy. He don't care where it's at. He gonna get there.
And
For
did
real.
him, his wife, and their son. They was there.
Hey, I was watching Vincent on his live. He said Indiana Jones came. I said Indiana Jones made it.
Hilarious. He did though. They pulled up. I mean, they like he said, they was playing music. I mean, they was jamming. They were jamming. They had the food cooking up. He had his little AC situation set up. I don't think they had it turned on at that time though. I think they had it set up in case they needed it that night, but it cooled off so much after it rained. There's no way anybody needed AC.
Yeah.
It got
Hey, I want that solar ceiling fan though. Ghost Lincoln sent me that on Amazon. I'm like, I'm buying one of them.
Black's
It's so
Tropical.
convenient.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
see that vision? Black's Tropical said, when's the next one? I know it's next year, but I don't know if he's
It's
got it.
Black's Tropical. I don't know the date. It's going to either be early spring or early fall. Don't know yet. I'm still trying to piece this together. I'll sit down with my council of 6 and we'll figure it out.
And we'll make sure it gets into the community. Y'all know we talk
don't
about
worry.
it. We're gonna make sure it get there.
Yeah. I will be promoting it in videos and stuff.
Yes.
Yes, we will definitely promote it for sure.
You sure can. You sure can. There was dogs there. Now
Yeah.
you gonna probably have to put Oreo in his own little cage to make sure the wildlife don't try to get him.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Dogs have to be
Well,
leashed.
Oreo is
but
a
you can bring 'em.
rabbit.
Oh, well, you can bring Oreo. Because my fur babies will be here next month, and they rolling out with me.
Mm-hmm. Dan said he drove 15 hours to get there.
He did,
Awesome.
and helped me play Tetris, putting all that crap back in my truck.
Listen,
That's the
my
fun part.
Renaissance grandma was playing Tetris too.
She was, and so was Triple Threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yes. They was playing Tetris, getting that stuff back in there to get back
Yep.
home. Mm-hmm. But it was a good time, yeah. Yes, you could bring your
Thank you.
dogs, Diversity Love. There was dogs there. There
can.
was 3 that I saw.
yeah, yep. You can breed dogs, but they have to be on leashes.
Yes, just make sure they're on leashes. Yes. Yeah. For the safety of even more your dog.
Yes,
Just, yeah.
because by this time next year, my 2 will be well over 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What breed do you have, Vision?
African Borbles.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say something like Cane Corso or something. I'm like 200.
They're bigger than Cane Corsos.
Look, a South African Boerboel will chew on a cane corso like a damn peanut.
I've never seen one. I had to Google
Correct.
that.
Correct. Yeah. They were bred to fight lions.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it looked like if you have a cane corso
Mhm.
and pump it full of steroids and put a big ass helmet on his head, that's
Right.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
What color you got? You got black or fawn?
One of them is the first one is going to be all black, and the second one is going to be a dark brindle.
Oh man, we a fan. We love Brindle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt y'all conversation, but my hair.
Hey, Skilly, not to interrupt you interrupting, but you just interrupted.
Skilly, if you say something about your head itching, I'm gonna mute you.
No, I watched it today and then did a little something to it, so I feel good.
Diversity Love. I got him from a breeder in Kentucky. That's all he breeds, and his breeding dogs come straight from South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey Ray. That's awesome. That's a big dog though. I couldn't do no 260. If I had more land, I would, but I have a small yard. That dog wouldn't have enough room in my yard.
I got 5 acres and I got coyotes. So
You got plenty of space.
Yes.
Good.
Next month you're gonna be talking about I got 5 acres. You ain't gonna have to say the coyote part.
correct. Correct. Because I was talking to the breeder about it, and he's like, "Oh, you got nothing to worry about."
Listen.
Yeah. But I'm really y'all just don't know the pleasure that brought me, that everything went the way it did. It was beyond my expectations.
It was beyond mine.
And it just wasn't logistics, it was the people
Yes.
that made it.
Was.
And I can't say enough, especially to all my guys that live here in Ohio, including Dan H. and the Prepared Irishman, the Virginia Bushcraft, everybody, the convoy that came down from New York, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and his whole crew. It was freaking amazing, because that's who I got the idea from.
Awesome.
And
And
he said,
Valley is such a great channel too.
yeah, and he said, I gotta come just because to see, what I birthed in you and how this all pans out for you.
Yeah.
And I say that to anybody, if you're going to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
And if there's any way I can support it, I will.
Yeah. It was great. I'm so proud of what it was. And that's why I talk about it, because I'm like, it was such a good event. It was so well put together. It was so much to learn. That's what, and that I think that's was a lot of it too. Just all that I felt like I took away
Right.
from going. It was like I said, it was like he said, it wasn't just the people. It was so much. There was just so many layers to it that I took away from it. I was like, I'm doing this. This is doable. Like it's happening.
Right. And it was amazing because when I first announced it, I got a ton of emails from content creators that said, so what type of classes are you going to have? And my response was, what do you want to teach?
Right.
And then the ones that just stepped up and said, well, I can do this, I can teach this. And we just went from there to the point where we had to narrow it down because the list had literally 20 classes on it. And I said, we can't do 20 classes in a day.
Yeah.
So let's narrow it down to 8 and see if we can get through that. And then that's when after the fact, I said, I need to add a day.
I was going to say, adding a day allows you to add more classes.
Correct. So then we can do 2 days of classes, but I want also extra time for people just to hang out and get to know each other too, without structure.
Right.
So that could be Thursday night and Friday night, and then we have classes starting earlier on Saturday, and then go into the evening, and then everybody go home on Sunday.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but and here's the killer: the people behind the scenes is what floored me the most. The ones that I knew, and they said they can't come, but what can we do to support you to make sure this is successful? And I basically was like, I have no idea. This is the first time I'm doing it. Right. And we just kept having conversations, and ideas were coming left and right, and it worked. It just worked. Yeah.
It did. I can't wait.
It looked like a beautiful thing, and like I said, that's my type of thing. I love the outdoors. I love learning different things. That was like one event I was really sad about. I really was.
Oh, and just to let y'all know, Gina, I did see Gina selling autographs for $19.95.
What?
I think
for the logo.
I think she sold about 15 of them. From that's allegedly. That's allegedly what I heard. So
allegedly,
more power to
it. David, you never been camping? Oh man, I love it.
I've never been in a camping in a tent. I did do it in a what are those, like the cabins?
Like cabins and lodges.
Okay.
There's a place going towards Indiana. Do you know what it's called, Vision? I think it's in Ohio, but it's going towards you take
is it Mohican State Park?
No.
Going 70 west?
It's 70 west, yep. But it's like what you get if you go through Trotwood, if you're familiar with Trotwood. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Burr Oak?
Nope. If you said it, I would know it though. Unless they change. I think it starts with a C.
C. Caesar's Creek?
It's not Caesar's Creek. Because I know there's one that starts with an H, but it's not that way. It's a different way.
Okay.
Let me
I have
see.
no idea.
Yeah. I've been there once. It was like going 70 west, but you don't go into Indiana.
Right.
Let me see if I can find it. But that's where we stayed at. We did that once.
Oh boy.
And it wasn't bad, but again, we were in cabins.
Right. West Branch?
No.
But even doing a cabin is a good way to start.
It's not
Because you
borough.
still got to bring certain items into the cabin.
True. That's true.
Yeah, we were there, I think, one night, and we just had like food. We grilled and everything. It had like a grill.
Mhm.
And then we had food to cook in the morning. So
Is
we
it
made
Buck Creek?
what did you call it?
Buck Creek.
That might be it.
Cowan Lake State Park.
No. You would I know Houston Woods was the one I was thinking of that starts with
Okay.
an H. But
Right,
that's not where we
Houston
were.
Woods.
That's another popular one though here.
Right.
But that wasn't the one we stayed at. But anyway, we did one.
Right.
And like I said, it's going like you're going. Is it KOA? It is. It's Richmond. Oh, I
Okay.
didn't realize that was in Richmond. Ah, it's in Richmond. It's in Indiana. We were at
Okay.
KOA.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I thought it was actually prior. I thought we looked like we were going towards Indiana, but I didn't realize we actually went into Indiana.
Okay.
But that's the one we stayed at, KOA. Mhm.
Nice.
Hey, Miss Shirley.
Miss
And that's
Shirley
where-
O.G. Gardner in the house.
Mhm. David, I got my Gina's autograph off eBay. For how much, David? How much they charge on eBay?
He said eBay.
But
Dan
yeah,
H, I agree with you. The best time, if it's going to be your first time camping and you're, not confident or you're scared, a meetup is the best place. You have people to help you set up your tent. You have just the knowledge of everybody else to help you do it. And that's the point of the meetup. The point of the meetup is not for people to judge you or anything. It's for the community to help you get through what you need to get through.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the whole premise behind it. Absolutely.
and that's exactly what it was. So that's a perfect time, David. I mean, get it on your calendar sometime next year. Be ready to, bug
Who
out.
said that? Dan?
Yeah, Danny.
That was David Corey.
Oh, David.
No, that was Dan. You're right. Dan said
Was
that.
Dan?
Yeah, that was
Hey,
Dan.
Dan. You know what the meetup is really gonna do for you? It's gonna send you to the store. You're gonna buy.
He was there. He was there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he was there.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy everything that you didn't know you needed.
Yep.
Prepare
Yeah.
yourself.
Listen, after watching certain people's videos, I called Gina. I was like, Gina, I'm updating my tent. She was like, your tent is nice. No, I'm updating my tent. I seen some
did.
tents that I liked. I seen some things that I know I have that I want to update. Listen,
She did. That's a true
I ain't mad
story.
at you. So I'm gonna give you a heads up. I'm getting the Kodiak cabin tent that has you can put the stove in it, because if we do it in the fall, it could be chilly, and yeah, y'all better consider.
Gina, what did I say? I
I
told
was
you
just about to say, wasn't that one like that?
Yeah,
I was looking at one that has the wood stove.
yep,
You can add the wood stove, and so the tent that I have now has like a patio area, and it's like a game changer. So I was like, Gina was like, but what about? I was like, no, it has to have a tent. I want to be able to sit outside my tent, but have the netting around it,
right.
so I have to deal with the bugs.
The porch.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, and I was like, I hope he does it where it's like a little cool, so I could take advantage of my wood stove.
yep.
Tika, you will be excited. It'd be awesome if you could come. Martika's in Connecticut. You can definitely get here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
You can
Vision.
definitely get here.
yeah.
Have y'all came up with like an official name for the meetup for the weekend?
Vision Preparedness Bug Out Weekend.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
stay in the hotel. What did you say, Urban? I will stay in the hotel and bug out during the day.
During the day.
That's what I felt this time. I told Vision, I was like, I'm coming. Now I'm not sleeping outside, but I'm coming.
She sure did.
But I will tell you, Urban, you probably will get here and feel different. I'm not kidding. You will probably get here and feel different.
Yeah.
It was like Erica said, it's something of having the community there of people who are like-minded and um, can help you get through it. Like, I don't think you're going to be that uncomfortable. Like, it's not going to be like sleeping at home, like Erica tells me, but it's not going to be. You're not going to be that uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. And what's really cool is at night, and then you see all these lights on everybody's tent, inside, outside. That right there is as cool as it gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could come, Howard J. You only in Michigan. You pretty close.
Yep.
Come on down.
So I think Vision Preparedness definitely set it off for this year.
Yes.
RGG, we up next, right?
Yep.
Mrs. and Mr. Five family, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Yep.
Next weekend we
Let's
got
keep
the
the energy going. Yeah, let's keep the success
meet
going.
up going.
Yeah. That's gonna be
That's
awesome.
the only reason, Vision, that I couldn't make it to yours because we have next weekend the 2-way meetup, and
Right.
it's just so close. And planning
Exactly.
a meetup, everything at the very last minute is just so much, and all the boxes that we're getting and everything. Just making sure every little detail is just. It's. I was like,
One thing to determine if you're doing the right thing is at the last minute. If it's chaos, like trying to get in the way, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So keep on being steady, guys. I know you guys handling that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's gonna be a good one too. I'm sad I won't be able to make it to that event.
Right. Same here. I was
I was
talking
trying to make it to the sneaker ball, but I can't do it. I can't do it this year. I want to.
Yeah.
Between Father's Day and then also me traveling over that weekend, it's not gonna be pretty. Yeah.
That's was another factor. Yeah.
Yep. I have been put on lockdown for Father's Day.
Mm-hmm. It's like good for some because most of the ones there are probably going to be the men. So that's like a Father's Day gift for them to go. But then if it's like someone like me who wants to go and my husband may not be as interested or I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, but let it be known. My wife and I already talked about it. If it's the same weekend next year, she already knows my gift next year is to do this.
That is awesome.
Right?
Yeah. She
That
knows.
is
It's like
awesome.
instead of a sweater, how about this?
Right.
That's awesome. Hey, Joe Bob. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's a good gift though.
It is.
That is.
Yo, try to do some event. There's a lot of good ones out there. Even the 2A ones. Like I think that even some people who are have their thoughts when it comes to 2A, that may change when you actually show up at an event. Just like mine changed going to a bug out event. Like sometimes I think we get in our heads what we think something is, and we think that we're right about what we think it is until we see it. And I can just, in my opinion, with 2A, it was nothing of what I thought it was. The channels that I follow and the content that I take in, I learned something from the content I'm taking in. It's not like it's irresponsible content. It's actually responsible content that's wanting you to go out here and do it the proper way.
Right.
And know all the things that you may need to know so that you are not only safe in having it and using it, but that you protect yourself from things that can happen against you for having it and using it. So it's like, it's great.
Yeah, I think the latter too is something that my wife and I really appreciate, even to the people that we influence here. It's one thing to have it; it's another thing to know what's on the other side of that.
Right.
You got to be comfortable with like having it, And I
Mhm.
don't believe it's like, oh, 2A enthusiasts, bullets, bullets, bullets. Like, we're
It's
not,
not.
like, that's not what it is. Like, these
No.
are
Right.
regular people,
Yes.
like regular people,
Yes.
regardless of if you were a part of a branch or not. Like, it's all regular people now. Like, we're
Yeah.
all citizens. And
Yeah.
what I found, especially being in 2A, is understanding what's on the opposite side, like insurances and like things that
Yep.
make you even
Yes.
more
That's
comfortable,
right.
that
That's
you can
right.
learn. So yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's all inclusive, but don't count yourself out if you feel intimidated. You gotta put your toe in the water before you dip in. I understand, but
Yep.
yeah, you got a lot of great people that's gonna support you
Yeah.
regardless.
Right.
Yes,
Yep.
it's just like all the other communities. The prepper community is so helpful and willing to teach and help and give you information and show and all those things. 2A is the same. Like, soon as I mentioned the interest in it, there was help. There was help offered, and all I had to do is accept the offer. And now I know more than I did when I just had an interest in it.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
and that's the purpose and the beauty behind it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the bug out title, right? Oh, bug
Yep.
out. I gotta make sure, and I gotta walk with my pack. I gotta
Yep.
you might have an anxiety about thinking that you gotta show up perfect. When really, if you just show up, that's good enough, and you're gonna learn
That's
That's
more
it.
than you came with. You know,
that's right.
and
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. That is so true. I agree. It does. It
You
shows you new things that you never thought of.
you
Yep.
Yep.
row. We're saying 2A, the letter A, Second
Oh,
Amendment.
Second Amendment. It's the firearms. Second
Yes.
Amendment. Your right to bear.
Yeah, right to
So
bear.
the city itself refers to theirself as 2A. Um, and I typically my fly family, not typically, pretty much, I have not seen one missed. They go live on the My Fly Family channel. So Erica has a channel as well. You see Erica My Fly Family up there, but they have a family channel that's just My Fly Family. They go live on Mondays at 8 o'clock. If you ever are up, check it out. I mean, I'm serious. It's
That's right.
not. It's a great community. It is a
Mm-hmm.
great community, and I get offers of help not just from people who are near me. I know, like TT, she was looking for someone for training, and Howard J offered to train her. Howard J is in Michigan, TT is in Indiana, and he knows this. And he
Yep.
was like, "I'll do it." I'm like, "I'm not gonna let you drive all the way from Michigan. We will keep looking to get someone closer. That's a lot." But he
Right.
didn't care. He's like, they just want to help. If that's an area you're interested in growing in, they are willing to offer the help. And it is so many more people like that. And it's just
That's right.
genuinely wanting to help. It's nothing else.
Nope. I
True
told you, send
story.
her the real
Yeah.
deal. Real deal. She could
Do
probably grade
people
it.
really believe that this is a facade when you meet in port like in
Uh-huh.
person? Do people think that this is a facade and it's different? Like,
Mm-hmm.
So,
I just really want to ask, like, do you
I think
not think
sometimes
that's
they
real?
do. And
some could be.
it's nothing wrong with being careful. I definitely get that. But once you and I didn't the person that I met in the community, I made sure, for one, that I knew that I could commit to a time to meet up. But at the same time, I was filling him out, watching him on YouTube. And he was exactly who he was on YouTube.
Right.
Exactly who he was. And he,
Yeah.
as much as he could be serious on here, he could be serious about, like, he's very serious about what he's teaching. And he's not just out here teaching because he knows what to do. He's teaching because he's certified to do so. So it's not like people
Mhm.
are just like, well, I know how to use one. I'll show you. No,
Right.
people are,
Yeah,
they are certified to be able to train others to use.
exactly, exactly.
Right.
And that's how you know it's real. You
That's
know,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Because he's very serious
But
about
I just want to like dispel the fact that yeah, in person, it is a little bit. You have to be discerning, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Absolutely.
But if you think because what you see online, regardless if trolls or not, is going to show up, I still haven't seen a troll that showed up in person. So you know,
Yeah.
you can dispel that. You know, um,
No,
yeah, I haven't. I haven't.
no.
And maybe I can be corrected because I know there's a word of experience out here, but that shouldn't deter you from if you really want to and invest in this as far as showing up, being here. Like,
Mhm.
try it. Like, just give it a try. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
I can tell you from my experience of being to one event, which is Bug Out, you can definitely feel safe to go there. Ladies or gentlemen, you can feel safe.
That's the true story. That's priority number one.
Yeah,
And I mean, if you knew, if y'all really knew what was
I
on the
knew.
back end of everything going down,
I
please,
knew.
yeah, yeah, right, right.
And you
It
didn't
was
know, but you knew. Yeah,
right,
I knew. I think I knew
exactly,
because I know because I follow a lot of you guys. But
right,
it wasn't like there. I mean, it's not like it's being worn like a tattoo on a
correct,
person. But just know
No.
correct,
that you
and
were
it don't need to
protected.
be.
That
Yes,
everybody was watching and making sure that everybody was good.
that's right.
Right.
That's priority number one.
I
It
think
was
the only one that got away was Rodney the raccoon, and the feral cat already handled
Yeah,
that.
but the feral cat beat up Rodney the raccoon.
I
Bob,
still think that was a bobcat. That it
yeah,
was a
Bob the
kid.
cat took care of the raccoon for us at the fireside chat. He scrapped and threw a left and a right, and the raccoon and Robbie the raccoon ran off. I was dying laughing.
That is
Yeah,
so true, Dan. And
I wish
people,
I could have got that on video.
that would have been funny.
Yes,
People who are true teachers and are teaching because they want to truly share knowledge know this, that when you share knowledge, each person, each one teach one. That's what Juicing with Jay say.
Yep.
Each
exactly,
one teach one. You learn
exactly.
it and you share it.
Yep,
That's what the purpose is, so that we all become more knowledgeable about the things that we may or may not think we need to know.
right.
Right.
And that's the thing about all of my guys that taught classes and
Mhm.
lady. They're teachers. They want to give the information that they have, that they know, the experiences they've had, and that's what
Mhm.
makes it all that much better.
It does. It does. I can't wait to the next one. And I hope that I get to meet so many of you guys at the next one.
Yes.
I hope.
Well, you know,
I
I'm
know.
showing up.
I'm about to say, I already know Erica and Billy and Alex gonna be there. I can't wait. Look, I need to meet Alex so
Right.
he can know it's all love. Because when I talk, is Alex near? Is he near?
No, he's
Okay. When I
getting ready
talked
for
about
next weekend.
his peach fuzz, he didn't like that. Look, I can't say it and let him hear it because then he get mad at me all over again.
He was
But
brushing
yeah,
it this morning. I was cracking up. I
I
said, "You
love it.
11 years old with a mustache. What
I
is
love
going
it.
on?"
He's such a good
Hey,
kid. I
let
love
Big
it.
Alex live sometimes. It's okay. Let him
I
live.
know.
Let him live. That's what it's
I
for.
love it.
Thank
I really hope so many people can make it because it was really, really, really a nice event.
Yeah.
And,
you.
and like I said,
Thank
just practicing, just having that skill. You may never have to bug out. That's okay.
Right.
But just having that behind you, that's just worth having. You may never need to use a firearm to protect yourself, but having the knowledge to be able to, in the case that you need to, is valuable.
Right. It is.
I agree. Yeah.
That's
In that thought too, I know I don't want to keep us over long. Actually, I'm gonna step down, but just to even thinking about classes that, I mean, so many people offer these classes as far as firearms, self-defense, right? We've
Mhm.
seen people from Detroit and, all the viral videos
Mhm.
that it's like, you can do this and, you won't get shot in the face, right? Like
Mhm.
we've all seen this stuff. What about teaching people how to use knives properly? Non-lethal weapons that are like either knives, even like a mace, or even like how to deter, right?
Yeah.
These are
Right.
things that's like before it has to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
We
Well,
should all be
wasn't
versed
there
in.
some knife? Exactly. Wasn't there some knife self-defense taught
Yeah.
vision?
Yeah. Mad
I thought.
Shad did it. Matter of fact, it's up on his channel,
Oh,
and I
okay.
shared it out too. He put his up because he was recording it, and my guy was recording it, and Mad Shad put it up. I shared it out. It was good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
didn't
gotta
see his
watch
video
it.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. And I've been looking for all the videos. I've been like,
Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. I
Yeah,
got 2 months worth of
likewise.
videos coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think those classes alone, I seen that knife video and it gave
Right.
me that thought. But even to think about other measures, regardless if
Right.
you're building a gardening, or if you're building a garden or if you're sustaining yourself on your own land, it doesn't have to really go to 2A if it doesn't have to. Right. There's a lot of ways that you'll be in and out from Walmart, in and out from whatever that you have around you, at the quick stop, right? Like there's
mhm.
Right.
ways that it doesn't have to get to that point, and we should all be comfortable and educated on what that is. If you don't know, we have a community that will be able to bless you with that knowledge so you can practice, right?
That's
And
true.
you should
Right.
like get comfortable. And this is what the community is for. At least this is
It
how I
is.
perceive it.
It is. We are
And
stronger
at the
together.
same time,
Right.
we can definitely get on some turkey stuff. We can really
Mhm.
like get there, but we don't have to get there. Let's get simple first as
Yep.
citizens,
Right.
and then let's grow from there.
Exactly.
That's my thought. I'm not trying to bogart, but yeah.
No.
No,
Very
I
good.
will agree with you because
Mhm.
that's one thing a lot of people I think misunderstand with the 2A community.
Mhm.
Our firearms is our last resort. We want
Mhm.
to avoid using our firearm at all expenses. We don't
Mhm.
want to lose our rights. We don't want to. People feel like, oh, because we have our firearms, we're just gonna
We're
shoot
quick to
at
use it.
the
Yep.
first.
No.
Yep.
That's not
That's last resort.
Yep.
right. We were trying to avoid that as much as possible.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very true.
for dealing with people, I'm gonna talk to you after I talk to you, then I'm gonna hit you with my mace. That mace don't work, then I'm gonna have to gut you a couple times. That don't work.
I'm with you.
Well,
I'm
you
with you.
already know at that
Agree.
point. If the mace don't work, we already know what else works, right?
Yeah.
At
Right,
that point, if the mace
Yeah.
don't work, we already know what needs to happen.
Yeah.
right.
Based on your own situation, like we know
Yeah.
what needs to happen. Because
Yeah.
I tried,
Yeah.
and I ain't
Last
trying to be
year,
funny with it, but it's like we know, but we should all be versed in knowing the deterrent and non-lethal factors before it's something lethal. And who's to say mace isn't something that's lethal? Who's to say even if it's legal in your state, brass knuckles isn't lethal? Who's to
Yeah.
say, there's so many methods before we really get to the pew-pews. There's so many methods. And if you're intimidated by the pew-pews, there's a lot of ways that you can graduate, to just defending yourself and having confidence, right?
Mhm.
And like, let's just do that. If that's your intro, like, that's okay. Like, it's fine. That's what I was saying,
Yes.
right.
there's a lot of
I
ways
I,
to do, there's a lot of ways to protect yourself and be confident
right.
and protecting
All the
yourself.
ladies,
Yeah.
all the ladies in my family, I gave them a steel tactical flashlight that has a taser on the end of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Keep it in your car.
Yeah.
Last year we gave away the self-defense keychain. It had the alarm on it, it had pepper spray, it had a stun gun, it had those long sharp tools that if you need to be, you could stab somebody with it.
Mhm.
Those things are
Right.
so convenient to have, and I think all women should have them because of the simple fact most women are uncomfortable carrying a firearm. And I
Right.
think that
Yeah.
we, especially women, we need to protect ourselves in some type of way. Those
Mhm.
self-defense bracelets, you can get them off of Amazon for like $20. I
Mhm.
gave
Right.
them to my kids because my
Yep.
kids are at that age where they're, mid-20s, low 20s, and they're going to the club. And I'm like, oh, you got to go with this. You got to bring this
Yeah.
keychain with
Yeah, I agree. It kind of sounds like my wife now. My wife is now graduated to now. I call her Jane Wick. She is somebody that's like, she's just, I was just like, man, where you learn that from? Like, I mean, take a couple of lessons. But she graduated to that in a way,
Yeah.
you know, through slowly, like doing everything. And
Mhm.
it's there's no fault. You don't have to be ashamed to like grow into it. Like you don't have to, but you have to be confident in protecting yourself at all costs, at all
That's right.
times. You know,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
yeah. But I call her Jane Wick to this day because
See,
she's yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah.
yes. What's funny about me is like just like how bug out weekend after seeing that, now I see that I can do that. I was the same way with 2A. It was most of my life I was so like no, not in my house. And that's because I had this thought in my head when it came to that. And it wasn't until that shifted that I was like, no, this is actually something that I need to be familiar with in case
Right.
understanding the responsibility that comes with it, not just like you said, it's a last resort. It's like we're not going right to that.
no.
But understanding that you just assume that as soon as somebody gets up, something happens, somebody's, popping off. And it's not like, that's not how it is.
Right.
I say this because you have to go through so much to get it. You don't want to lose it over stupid.
Mhm.
That's true.
Right.
Very true. Very true. And that's the responsible ones. You hear about the things all the time, but most of the time, the things that you hear about in the news, those are not people who are going out getting it the right way. So, and don't get me wrong, some of them are, but the majority of them are not. But the ones who are responsible 2A people, they are out here doing it. They're not out here, like you said, they're not trying to lose a privilege that they had to, work so hard to get in the beginning.
Right.
There's that. So, but yes. And I forgot, I don't know if you know, Vision, You Grow Row is also in Ohio.
Who is?
You Grow Row.
Really? Okay.
So we're gonna
There
have
we
to
go.
get her to bug out weekend. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. You would love it, You Grow Row. And that'll give us the opportunity to meet.
Yeah. Roll Tide. Yeah. That's good.
Mhm. There's a lot of in the garden community that I know of that are in Ohio. But I'm now meeting people in other communities that are in Ohio too. So that's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome.
Right.
Hey, BT.
Hey.
So yeah.
And after this weekend, my family grew by 41 people.
Yes.
So
Yes. And it's just gonna get bigger.
that's true story. You're absolutely right. True story.
It's just gonna be bigger because I kid you not, that's exactly what it felt like. It just felt like
Yeah.
I was at a reunion.
Yep.
It did
Yep.
not feel uncomfortable by one bit, not with one person.
Yeah.
Not with
How
one.
dope is that though? When you can be in
I
person from the internet.
know.
Right.
And you never really met anyone. You understand them enough, but you never met anyone. And then when you meet them, you almost don't even need an intro. You
Yes.
know,
Yep.
how dope is that? Like, where
It
do
is
they do that at?
super dope.
And what's even crazier is you may not know them by face, but soon as they start talking, you know exactly who it is.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And then people being exactly who they are
Right.
that you're seeing on here.
Right.
Like exactly who they are. Vision is who y'all see on here. He is exactly that person.
That'd be me.
I said it before. Last year I went to a meetup and it was only one person I was just like on the fence with about in the chat. They were 10 times better in person than it was in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was like, I don't like you in the chat, but I love you in person.
Yeah, I've seen that once before.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I wish you would have did that online.
Right.
Yes. But
But
you know,
you gotta respect
people are
it.
guarded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some people
Yeah,
be a
And
little
then
guarded. But yes.
with that, I didn't and with the 2A community, man, I done sent stuff out to homeboys like, huh, here you go. I
Right.
didn't need it no. I had put something else on one of my guns, and I'm like, oh, here you go, send it off. I done received stuff from Real Deal from a grocery bag to groceries in it. And one day he just sent me some stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Right.
That's the community.
Yeah.
That's the community.
And I'll say this, and when I met Dan H,
yeah,
when I met Dan H, he handed me a bag with some stuff in it. I'm still amazed at what he gave me for Eli, and I was like, what? Who? I never even heard of some of this stuff, but I was like, bruh, and he just grinning from ear to ear. He said, nah, man, that's yours.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's for you. And I said, you know, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you.
It comes from a heart. It comes from a heart.
It does.
yeah.
It comes from the heart. You're
When the
absolutely
community
right.
realize you got family, friends, probably be closer than any family that you had. Not to negotiate the family that you have, but when you know that you have family, friends, you know it's almost the same thing. But you also got to take it with a grain of salt because we know we got trolls, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So, but we know
Dan?
the trolls don't show up in person. The
Right.
trolls,
Dan, yeah, you got that
Yeah.
Boston accent, and I love it.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, oh, damn.
Dan H, he's got
Yeah,
that Boston draw.
I seen
Dude,
him.
that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
where
seen
he
him.
drags
I
his
seen him.
words. I love that.
Oh, I mean, you know where he's from, and I'm like, oh, that's got to be Dan H. I was like,
Right.
that's my guy. Yes. But you're right, Resilient Dad. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I drag my words sometimes too. You know, I'm a little bit of everything at the same time.
Well, you from the Bay. You from the Bay Area. You get a pass.
Yeah. I love
So,
it.
yeah.
Yes,
I
it
love
is.
it. I can't wait. And I saw your comment, you girl Rowan. I'm serious. You got to come, sis. You got to do it. I think you will thoroughly enjoy it. You will thoroughly enjoy it. And you ain't too far to where if you felt like staying outside ain't for me, I'm going back home. You could do that.
Yeah,
That's true.
I felt like I was out there in 90-degree weather, and then my degree wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll be like, yo, where's my AC? Where is that? Where's my next? They got availability at this hotel right quick.
Mm-hmm.
I already overstand, you know.
What's
But
funny?
Saturday night, yeah,
You will not
Saturday
be
night though, you was looking for covers, bro. It got chilly
Mhm.
Saturday night,
That's the beauty. That's the beauty.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
and
beauty.
I'm glad I bought them.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the beauty. You really had to practice
Yes.
your preps. You know,
Right.
You really
Woke
had
up
to get out
Sunday
there.
morning.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
It's June.
You ain't got
Yeah.
hand warmers in your socks. You ain't got hand warmers in your long johns. I know people
Uh,
say
Nah,
long
bro, I
johns
got them
no more,
in my bag though. I didn't need them, dude. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
your bug out bag's gonna be winter clothes. I tell you.
Yep. I change mine out seasonally. Yeah.
That
Yep.
what I love about, and I'm about to get off of here because it's too much sauce. What I love about bugging out with winter clothes is you can always make them into summer clothes.
Yeah.
You can always make them into summer clothes. Like
Yes.
for real.
Me too.
These
That's
what
true.
these is like, hey, I can make them in summer clothes. You know, I'll be the craziest looking person, and you be like, man, this guy got a short on one side and a whole long pant on the other side. Like it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
you
right.
can always make them into winter clothes. I mean, some winter clothes you can make into summer clothes at all
Yes.
times. You know,
Yes.
so it's all about what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my bug out plan too. I got a what wife you say? She's like, I don't like those like airlines. And my bug out plan, I got Spirit membership.
Right?
I ain't even gonna talk about it. We already said it earlier. I got Spirit membership just in case. Got Frontier. I got man. It's like yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
If you ain't
I'm
around the
gonna say-
right people all the time, do your day to day, like how do you actually know like what's going on? Like, and how do you even learn, you know?
Yeah.
And I've learned so much. Even talking to something I learned, not even talking to Lead Farmer. What I learned from Lead Farmer was, you know, how to distill water in a way that you can buy on Amazon. This is like 2018, you know? And it was like, yo, like I still use it to this day. And I've even upgraded it in a lot of ways, you know? And it's like, yo, we can move with this anywhere. Like, we good. Like, we
And
can
see,
we can take sewer water and like
Right.
get it done. Like, we can take
And
anything.
that was one of the classes that got canceled because of the rain. We were going to talk about water purification, water storage. We had all this stuff that we were going to do, but
I didn't
because
know
of
it was
rain-
that efficient though. I didn't know it was
Right.
that consumable.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Oh, dude, you should see the grail I got, man. I was literally going to walk out to the lake, dip it in there, and filter it right there on the spot and drink it. That's how bad this water filter is. It filters out everything. Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe you. Yeah.
It works.
Nah, it's a real thing. It's a real
It is.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. My wife and I, when we go camping, she already know we got 1 gallon of water. Everything else is with this bucket. She's like, she loved the bucket. She know how to use the bucket. But she's like, baby, we ain't got to do all that. I'm like, no, this is regular. Like, this is regular, man. Like this is regular. And next thing you know, you got the best distilled water you ever had in your life. You know. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got one for you, and I'm gonna give it away now because I'm going to do a video on it. I have birch trees on my property. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can tap a birch tree, put a bucket on it. Within 24 hours, you got probably a half a bucket to a bucket of water, and you don't have to filter it. You can drink it straight from the birch tree. Yep.
Yeah.
Birch tree all day long, and the water tastes absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't mean to deviate or bogart. I apologize if I did.
No, you're fine.
I love guys.
See, but I'm gonna say this. Thank you so much, Gina, for doing this, for allowing me to come up. I'm gonna go now because if not, I'll be here all night with you.
Listen, all of us. I'm wrapping it up because we all will.
and I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody up here, the Fly family, ARD, Mr. Defense. I'm gonna leave it at that because I love your avatar picture. That's what I'm talking about. And but everybody in the chat, if you have not, please smash the thumbs up button.
Please.
Share this video out because I got a new sister in Western Ohio that is now family.
Yes.
And we're going to keep it moving and keep it growing. You got that right. There you go. Absolutely.
Right.
But,
We gonna see y'all in the Midwest too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna start
I'm a
East Coast.
Hoosier
We
at
going
heart,
all the way
so
to the
if
West
you know
Coast.
about that, you already know.
Yeah.
Right. We going west. It's coming west.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of y'all out of state, and if you're thinking about doing something like this and you're where you're at, just do it. I don't care if 2 people show up. Just
They
do
show
it and keep doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Next thing
much
you know,
love to
Mr.
everybody.
We're gonna have chapters for all the stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We already know. We'll talk about that.
Hey,
We already talked about it.
I know. I hear you and I understand.
Yeah.
But with that, thank you so much, Gina. Everybody have an amazing
Yeah.
evening. Have a
You
great
too.
weekend. Grow your own food, folks. Become producers and less consumers,
Yep.
please. Because
Yeah.
it's getting ready to get crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy now, but it's getting ready to get crazier.
Yes.
Keep
Yep.
doing the things, everything. And
those
everybody have a blessed weekend. And I will see y'all when I see y'all.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much,
Saturday.
Gina.
All right.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
I wanted
Yeah,
to go.
likewise. Thank you all for your time. We'll speak soon. I don't
I
create
appreciate
content.
you and your dad.
I just support, you know.
Thank
And that's
you.
what I
And I
do.
appreciate it.
He definitely supports, man. Thank you, Resilient Dad, for
Yes.
coming on camera.
Yeah.
Baby, happy birthday last week. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, it's good to see you. I had a good time too.
Thank you.
And can't wait to meet you.
I can't either. I'm looking forward
I'm
to
telling you, that would be the highlight of YouTube.
it.
That would be the highlight of
And no
YouTube.
pictures. We just gonna tell people we mentioned.
Yep.
They just gonna take our
No
word.
pictures. No, you had to be there to see him.
Had to be there.
Y'all fool. Y'all giving me too much credit. You know, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Yeah, you're giving too much credit. Yeah. But no worries. Yeah. You guys will see me soon. Don't worry.
Awesome.
Hey, Erica,
Lord.
Put him in
It's the
timeline.
time. Hey, to the top.
Why
we
is
can't
the
stop,
part in the
right?
middle?
cuz man, don't worry about it's watch. Now you got a part. Now you worry about my part. Bye. Let me get off the camera. Man, you know, y'all, man.
You had the equipment background. You did from the AT aliens. You did.
Listen.
Nah, it's all
Mirror,
love.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Y'all
you,
be solid.
Mirror.
Y'all be safe. All right. We'll be in touch. Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome. Have a good night.
God
Good
bless.
night.
Yes. Well, y'all, Skelly 3000. Right. We're gonna wrap this up because y'all see I'm going on 2.5 hours.
Right.
And
I
I've been
see
seeing
that.
you in my chat, Erica. Don't
You
think
got
I
3
ain't see it.
minutes.
Don't think I ain't see it. TT, yeah, saw you too. Mhm.
Listen, we were just making sure we went over to my Renaissance grandma after this. So we was just timing.
Oh, yes.
We was timing
Perfect
it.
timing.
That's it.
Perfect timing. Listen, y'all, my
Look.
Renaissance grandma is going live in like
Wait.
2 minutes. She
Hold
gonna be
on.
talking about that Blue Eddy. Blue Eddy is a solar. You could get solar panels with it, but is it just a generator? What is Blue Eddy?
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm sorry
I
to
think
cut
it's
you
a
off.
generator. I know it's a generator, but I think I don't know if it's. I just know you can get solar panels with it as well. So she's gonna be talking about that. Maybe she'll be talking about her experience using it on the bug out because she did have that with her at the bug out weekend.
Mhm.
So if y'all want to head over there and flood over to my Renaissance grandma, I know that there's a couple mods in the chat. If one of y'all can drop my Renaissance grandma's channel link for anybody who isn't already following her. But she will be talking about the Blue Eddy, and I will tell you that she had it with her with Bug Out, and I'm not gonna get into anything with it, but just you could go over there and find out what she may have, her thoughts, her experience, and what she may or may not change about her solar panel situation. So we're about to share it. I'm waiting for one of the mods about to drop it. I'm not going to stop.
You got vampires in your
I see them. Hey,
you
African
see the vampires.
Hey, fam. Yeah.
Talking about what are we doing up?
Listen, you know he said that every time he come in here.
I know it.
And it's probably like 2-3 a.m. there. Horrible. Vampires. TT,
I wonder what they doing up.
Urban, can one of y'all drop my Renaissance grandma's channel link, please?
They both driving. Oh, well, TT's driving.
TT's driving. Sorry, TT. Urban, can you drop that for me? I think Urban's a mod as well.
I'm not a mod. What? You know what?
Have a good one, GT. Thanks for dropping in. I know Broke dropped in earlier. He was driving and listening. If you're still listening, thank you for dropping in, Broke. I saw you. It's 3:30 a.m., y'all. For anybody who's not following African Dreaming, they in Tanzania, Africa. It's 3:30 a.m. there right now.
He
That's
must have
where
got
they
on his
live.
other platform. You know,
That's
he
where
got
them
the
live.
other platform. Only
Yes.
Me. They be up
The
doing
only
only.
knees. Only knees. Who am I missing? Let me see. Let me drop it. Hold on, y'all. I could drop it. Hold on. I'm tripping. I could drop it from my phone. Because it's about to start. There we go.
I know you driving, you can't reply, but you see
It's okay.
she rushing now, TT.
Shut your face. Shut your face.
She got excited. She was like, "Oh, now I got a real excuse why I can't stay."
I'm sick of you and TT. That's the link to the live, and it's about actually it should be starting.
It started now, so she cutting me off. Everybody, she gonna mute me, throw me away.
Ah! So I'm gonna wrap this up. Everybody head over to my Renaissance Grandma to check out that live because I'm heading over there because I want to see what she has to say about the Blue Eddy because I will be looking at solar panels and generators as well. So I want to know what her thoughts are with that. So I will see everybody over there, and I will see y'all next week. Well, no, actually, y'all, I may not go live next week because I'll be in South Carolina. There's that. But anyway, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.